донькою зустрічатися.
It's a risky, precarious process. Anything could go wrong at any moment. A complex, clandestine operation to rescue Ukrainian children from Russia. Many escaping indoctrination or being militarized to fight against their home country. 3 days earlier at the Save Ukraine Center in Kyiv.
We call this underground railroad because you cannot openly take any kid to Ukraine, any kid from Russia or from occupied territories.
The exact routes they take can't be disclosed in order not to compromise future missions.
We had kids who've been punished.
But CEO Mykola Kuleba says it takes a network of both Russian and Ukrainian drivers to get these kids back.
Surely you have to pay people to transport and take these children from A to B.
We pay for everything. It's for free.
In the last 4 years of war, thousands of children have been forcibly taken to Russian re-education camps, an estimated 20,000 children disappearing.
Experts tell us that rather than transporting the children out of the occupied territories, Russia is taking a more systematic, clear approach to re-education, Russification, to erase their Ukrainian identity as the occupation becomes more settled.
The curriculum they're taught is militaristic, touting the heroism of Russian soldiers.
Дорогие дети, с Новым годом вас поздравляем.
In this video posted at the start of January, played to school children in occupied Mariupol.
Теплые вещи.
Russian troops tell the students victory will be theirs soon. Kuleba shows me some of the official documents the children have come back with, stamped and signed by Russian officials.
This is draft notice for Russian army.
He looks so young. How old is he?
Maybe 17 years.
17 years old.
He asked us to save him.
A 17-year-old Ukrainian boy, and this is the notice for him to go to a military center, to be called up to join the army.
When your child is 16 years old, your child register for conscription. That's why many of parents who in Russian trap connecting with us telling, please rescue my kid.
At a dormitory where children stay to adjust back into life in Ukraine,
So,
Nice to meet you. Thank you for talking to us.
17-year-old Alexei describes how it was mandatory for his classmates to go to the military camp.
це як обов'язково, бо якщо не поїдеш, не буде виданий атестат, не буде зараховано, що ти взагалі вивчився цей клас.
We've protected his identity because he still has family back in the occupied territories.
So what kind of military activities?
Там було декілька ось предметів, це тактична медицина. Зараз була БПЛА, це безпілотні летальні апарати, строєва підготовка. Не пам'ятаю з практика з самою зброєю, як її тримати, положення, команди. Тактика, здається, називався ще предмет. Там
Were you scared that you would be sent to fight for the Russians?
ось після 18 років, я знаю, що на строкову службу багато їм саме після, кому 18 років, хто стає на військовий облік, їх на строкову службу викликають.
While some children are temporarily held at facilities, thousands of others have been enveloped into a coercive adoption and foster program. 16-year-old Veronica was one of them.
Усі по-різному. Спочатку перші 2 неділі мене просто закрили в кімнаті. І першу неділю я сиділа там з дівчинкою якоюсь, наркоманкою. А другу неділю я сиділа повністю сама. Ніяких розваг там толком не було. Лише одна книжка Достоєвського «Преступлення і наказання».
What are they trying to do by taking Ukrainian children?
Як на мене, це просто для того, щоб зробити їх проросійськими, по-перше. По-друге, відправити на війну як пушечне м'ясо, тих же хлопців. Дівчат як медиків кудись відправити.
On several official sites, we find evidence of children from the occupied territories taking part in military activities. In this post, it says 100 teenagers from all 4 of the occupied regions are taking part in a camp in defence of the motherland. It says training in firearms, drones and cybersecurity. This video, posted on a social media account for the number 15 school in the occupied Melitopol, shows children learning how to assemble and load Kalashnikovs.
Hello, is this the number 15 Melitopol school?
We then make contact with that school.
You're a teacher of patriotic education?
And get on the phone to a woman called Vladislava, who tells us the children have 4 patriotic classes each week. Vladislava saying that at the start of the occupation, some of the Ukrainian children would cry, but now they are learning Russian songs and like Russia better. She hands the phone to a 10-year-old student, Valeria.
Valeria, do you feel Ukrainian or Russian?
Я не поняла, еще раз, пожалуйста.
Valeria says she doesn't understand the question. When we ask again,
Hello?
silence.
Валерия ушла.
The teacher saying Valeria has left. What we found lines up with a recent report by Yale showing a network of 210 military camps and re-education facilities.
According to the Yale report, this is a whole network of re-education, militarization. This is about Ukrainian children being taught to hate their country and maybe even fight against their own people one day.
While we're at the Save Ukraine headquarters, the team gets a message.
Right now, you're talking to a boy.
Someone has reached out for help.
He's deaf, and we have only one opportunity to connect with him. It's a text message.
That boy is Maxim, a 17-year-old orphan who was living at a boarding school for children with disabilities when Russian soldiers took over his town.
What's he saying now?
It's dangerous, it's a lot of Russian soldiers, and he's really afraid that they will kill him and he couldn't protect himself.
24 hours after he initially made contact, Maxim has successfully crossed his first major checkpoint.
They are in Belarus now.
Okay, so they've successfully crossed the border into Belarus.
Yes.
Okay, great news.
We still don't know if today they will receive all documents.
Okay, well, let's hope everything goes smoothly then.
The next morning, we join the team as they hope to collect Maxim at the border.
So we don't know right now, 40 miles or so from the border, whether Maxim's going to be able to cross.
Absolutely.
Three hours later.
Yeah, Maxim now.
Maxim's coming now. Here he is. We can't show you the border, but there's a young man, he's carrying 2 bags, walking across. Of course, we've got Elena who's going to translate and using sign language.
Ми тобі...
How are you feeling? It's a really emotional moment. We're having to translate through the sign language interpreter. He's clearly tired, but he's visibly very happy to be back here.
Let's go in.
There's still plenty of unknowns for Maxim as he navigates his new life. He'll be working with a psychologist and stay at this dormitory for the time being, but he's determined to get a job soon. There's still more children to be rescued from Russian territories, but as the war grinds on and Russia's front lines creep closer, the missions are getting more difficult. And Kuleba fears the worst.
We are really afraid that we will lose these kids forever or for decades.